What's up, guys? Welcome back to Big Yogi's Garage, the podcast. I got Gerardo Cortes with me today. What's up, Gerardo?
What's up, man?
I met him through his brother, Jose. He's a barber that I know. And Gerardo has his own Discord. And so I wanted to get him on there, get him on to a little bit. Tell me how did you even get into cryptocurrency and stuff like that?
I got into cryptocurrency kind of late 2020. I got in through Bovada because first I was doing sports betting, and after that I used to do boxing fights. And after that, one weekend I think I had like $250 after I won the boxing fight. And the thing is, with depositing in Bovada, you need Bitcoin. I didn't know that. I would just need a deposit in Bovada like to bet, and then I downloaded Coinbase, this app for crypto. And then I bought Bitcoin and I sent it to Bovada, and after that, like I won the bet, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna just let this 250 sit for next week because there was another boxing fight coming up next week. So I just let the money sit there after I won the bet. And next week come, that 250, I checked next week on Saturday, that 250 was like 3 something. I think it was like 350, 340. I was like, what's going on? I was like, did they give me a bonus? Cause they did give out bonuses too. Like after you won out so many bets, I was like, how did I get the extra money? And I'm over here like doing so much research, like how did I get this money? And after that, I seen that my money was sitting in Bitcoin. After that, I searched Bitcoin on Google and YouTube, and it's top headlines.
So your money was sitting in Bitcoin, and as it grew in the market, your money grew.
Yeah, it grew.
And that's how you noticed that. You were like, well, how did my money grow?
Exactly. And at that moment, I was like, I gotta know more about this, and that's when I started doing more research about like Bitcoin, crypto, and everything. And that moment was really the moment where I was like, I gotta know why price went up. Yeah. I gotta know what's about to happen. I want to learn more about this industry because there's so much hype to it.
Okay, so you only do cryptocurrencies? Do you trade other stocks and stuff like that?
First, I got into crypto, and then I got into the stock because the stock market, there was a lot of hype going on too, especially in 2020, 21. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone heard of AMC, GameStop, Dogecoin.
Yeah. I even bought some Dogecoin. Yeah, I ended up losing money. I think I put like $600 in. It's like $100. My $600 is like $100.
What price did you buy it at though?
It was because the thing is, I bought it late, like when everybody was like, when hype. It was I bought it when it was like I don't know. I bought it when it was like I think 27 cents. 27. But it was already too late. It was people were buying it when it was like pennies or even like point of a penny.
Yeah, people make thousands of percent. Like if you had $100 under a penny, that $100 would have been like 5, 10, like crazy amount percentage.
Okay, so there's a lot of people that did make money on Dogecoin.
Yeah, on Dogecoin, the early buyers, but the people who started getting in after like the marketing, like all the hype, those people lost money. And
that's what I mean. I lost money, dude.
Yeah, and that's one thing I want to get into too, about like the psychology, like market psychology, and how that's important when investing and trading.
Yeah, so that's how so your Discord, that's kind of the stuff you do. Like, how did you get into, like, what's the Discord? How did you get into that?
The Discord, I just launched it this year after 2 years of experience. And the reason I launched the Discord, because now I feel that I was ready, because my trades are consistent. My analysis, my technical analysis skills, like everything's on point now. And I was ready just to start and inspire other people. And because a lot of people, because I was in other groups. Yeah. And other groups, like I'll message them, like post my analysis, post what I'm thinking and stuff like that. And everyone always like looked up to my opinion, even over the owner of the group. On top of these groups had like thousands of people in there, and like a lot of people was invested in my analysis and like what I was thinking. Okay. And a lot of people was telling me too, like, oh, you should start your own group, like give your own opinion. A lot of people were following, and that's what I did. Okay. And my Discord has like everything set up the right.
I know, I seen it, dude. Yeah. I got on there and look, I just don't know too much about that stuff, and I got so much else going on that I never got to actually sit down and read everything. But I seen that you got like broken down by bits and pieces, and like, can you explain a little bit to the viewers just in case they don't know what is Discord? Because some people might not even know what Discord is. I didn't know until you told me. Yeah, Discord is an app. It's like I heard this is my first time using Discord too for like trading, like what I do. But I heard like it's a popular app for like gaming, where like friends could connect together. Yeah, it's kind of like another social media, like a Facebook, but more just like organized. Oh, okay. So remember, I remember when I first met you, you sent me to your Discord, and I remember getting on there, and I seen it all on there. It was so overwhelming. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Also, I'll be telling like new investors, new people getting in this market that like as soon as you join my Discord, it's about to be information overload.
Yeah.
Because so much information. It's like for you to like understand the information, you gotta digest it down like every day, week, like be in it actually, you know, so you can understand it.
You got to be in it because it was, when I looked at it, I was like, wow, this is a little bit overwhelming. Because I wanted to read into it more to like, because even I was gonna have you as a guest, so I wanted to read into it more. But then you had like step 1, step 2. You had everything. Like thing has like so many. It's like step by step, and then a lot of people are like saying that like a lot of people are they're doing good with your analysis, right? Yeah. So that's pretty cool. How does that make you feel?
No, I feel like this is my life purpose.
Okay. Yeah.
Just because like before I started in the markets, like I dropped out of school.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I dropped out of school, and I just felt like a failure. And like you know what they say, like if you drop out of school, you're gonna be flipping the burger. And like at that time, like when I dropped out of school, that's when I went full-time play because I was failing at school. I just didn't feel smart.
Yeah.
Like I just didn't get the math and specifically, and it was just so much work, and I wasn't really getting nothing done. So I dropped out of school, and that's when I went full-time at FedEx. And once I did that, I was like, I gotta learn something. And like first I was doing sports betting, but like that's like gambling, you know, like you win some, you lose some. Then the markets are like, when I got into the market, that's when like the game changed. That's when I was like, you can manage your risk.
But how about people that say that the market is sports betting? Isn't there people that say that?
Yeah, there are people that say it, but it's really not that. You gotta like give yourself an edge, like probabilities.
Okay, so you don't look at it as a gamble when you bet on the market?
No,
like you yourself, you don't?
No, it's not a gamble. It's a gamble if you just throwing money in there without no analysis. Like, let's say like if someone tell you about Dogecoin, you just be like, okay, I'm gonna go buy Dogecoin. That's gambling because you're just because you don't got no analysis. You're not giving yourself
like me,
no edge.
I didn't read into. I just seen everybody was doing it. I seen it on TV and I went and bought some.
Yeah, and that's what I consider gambling. But when you actually break down the analysis and start giving yourself like probabilities, like is a lot of people greedy? Is how much did Dogecoin go up before it blew up? Like if you analyze those things, like you give yourself a better edge.
Okay.
And that's what trading is giving yourself an edge and just managing your probabilities and risk.
Yeah, and like watching trends, right? Like you I remember you telling me like trends is like really big because it's like the same thing that happens over and over again.
Yeah, trends and one thing that's big too is cycles. I believe.
Cycles. I think cycles.
Yeah, everything is cyclical. That's what I believe in, like in cycles.
Yeah.
In a cycle, like once you understand the cycles, you start seeing not a lot of stuff is a coincidence. Like in 2020, with COVID, like they compare that with the Spanish flu in 1918.
Yeah.
And like they call it the 100-year cycle. And there's another 100-year cycle that I believe in too that's going to happen within the next 10 years, which was the Great Depression, which was 100 years ago in 1929.
Yeah.
And that's what I believe that's about to happen in the next 10 years. They call it the Great Depression. They called it the Roaring 20s. Yeah. I believe right now 2020 to 2030, it's going to be the Roaring 20s again. Like right now, we're already starting to feel it with the economy, especially in 2020.
Yeah.
In 2020, the economy just got flooded with free money. Everybody loves free money, right?
Yeah.
And then 2021, everyone got the stimulus. And one thing about 2020, when COVID first came, the markets crashed. Like there was so much panic. The markets crashed and the market went down, and they call it a V-shaped recovery. The market went down. After that, COVID came, boom, everyone's panicking. Everyone's panic selling, the market's about to drop like 2008. Everybody fearful. Then once you know it, the government comes out, they about to hand out stimulus. Yeah. And they call it V-shaped recovery. It went down, they gave us a stimulus, and it was basically like the market's on steroids.
It went straight up.
It went straight up, just kept going up. And they went past all-time highs, kept going past all-time highs, because the reason it did that because all that stimulus that was handed out in the market, and like everyone had money to throw in Dogecoin, all of this.
Yeah, and people were having PPP loans and all that. Remember?
Yeah.
Everybody was like, people had 5 businesses and shit. Like, come on, man. That was funny. Yeah. So that's what happened. So the market went down, and then it went straight up with all that help that everyone got. Yeah, so that's what you mean, the V loan. So that happens, like you said, it happens over and over again, like the 100-year thing. So next, you said next coming up is the great
I think it might be a depression.
Depression first, and then the Roaring 20s. So something like that.
First, it's going to be a recession. Worst case scenario, which I'm expecting, is a Great Depression.
So like people are gonna be losing their houses. Like people can't keep up with their loans because right now everybody's getting out their loans and and the loans are going up, ain't they?
Interest rates have been going up already this year. 5 rate hikes, and there haven't been rate hikes since 2018. And and the reason they need to do that because inflation is out of control. Inflation is at 8.3% right now, and like for them to lower inflation, they gotta raise rates. And when rates are rising, that really hurt the average Joe, like the lower and middle class income people.
Of course.
Because now they got to pay more for their house or for their cars. Because it's most things that people take loans for. Most people take loans, borrow money from lenders to buy a house, to buy a car, just stuff like that. And when those go up, people got to pay more. And like even right now, what's going on with the economy with jobs starting to cut down on hours.
Yeah.
It's just like a whole domino thing. Like businesses getting affected bad too, like earnings.
Yeah. Because people aren't making, because, and then like a lot of times people can't find jobs no more either.
Yeah.
Like no employers, I can't find employees. People can't find employees no more. Everyone's like doing different kind of jobs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, man. Like I don't understand. Like the market is, so does the market affect people's like working and jobs and all that stuff or no?
It does when like 2020, like that's when it was hard, but right now I believe people are starting to look for more jobs because the employment rate has been going higher, but I feel like eventually that will lower down once jobs start like losing, like FedEx last week came out with a warning with shipping because they're starting to like ship less. I feel like and I've been hearing from other people that are in jobs like Dana, Amazon, that they're starting to cut their hours too.
And does that affect the market too?
Yeah, because that means like the average person who rely on them jobs, you know, when they start getting less hours, they're bringing less home, and on top of that, you know, everything's going high with inflation, the interest rates. So it's just like a whole domino effect. And like I tell people too, like talk to your family members, like older people that experienced 2008, the market crash. Because these market crashes are real, like important just because they could really affect your life financially. Like no one wants to invest in an asset that's going to depreciate in value or could potentially lose their home, lose their car, just stuff like that. Like
so, like be careful, like buying like something really expensive. You know, I mean, I don't know. Is that your opinion or no? I think that's my opinion because I want to buy a house, but I'm scared because I'm like, do I really want to buy a house in this market or should I wait? You know what I mean? What would your opinion on that?
I feel like I'll wait on it. Wait till the market settles down, just to see it happen.
Because I showed you, I live in an apartment. So like I want to, like I'm gonna get married next month, and then not right after that, but eventually I want to get a house and all that. So I'm gonna wait, like you said, I'm gonna wait.
I'll wait right now, especially since interest rates were low. Probably like a year ago might have been good because interest rates were super low, and that's one thing I want to get into too. Because last year, plus 2 years ago too, interest rate was super low. On top of that, it was a low inventory housing market. Like to buy a house 2 years ago was super hard because everyone had loans, like the interest rate was super low and people locking in these fixed rates. So these people get like buying these big homes with low rates. But right now with the rate hike that happened this year, now it's way more expensive if you're about to be like borrowing money from the bank.
You might as well wait.
And I think the housing market value too is about to come down too with it. Because I think the people who borrow money from 20s with the interest with low rates could, let's say you buy like a 150K house and you lock in like a rate, and the rates go up, but you got a fixed rate. And when the housing market goes down, let's say the 150K house go to 100K, you're still paying 150K with the rate you locked in. And I feel like
that's crazy. Your house is not even worth that much no more.
Yeah, and you're still paying that.
Still paying that rate.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So I feel like right now, like I feel like just wait till the market crashes, just goes down, because it is about to go down. Because like there's just so much money flooded in the system the past 20 years. Because every single time the market crashed the past 20 years since 2000. Because in 2000 they called it the .com crash. That was when like internet was starting to come up.
Yeah, I remember. .com. They said the internet was all gonna crash and all that.
Yeah, they were saying the same thing they're saying about crypto right now. Like nothing like.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2000 the market crashed, and like when the market crashed, guess what the government did? Printed money again. 2008 market crashed. Guess what the government did? Printed money. 2020, and that's when it really got really bad. They printed money, and with all that money, like every crash, it just flooded the system so much, and it just needs to be wiped out. And like inflation, like the Feds want inflation at 2%. Right now it's at 8.3, and like
God damn,
to bring it at 2% you can't bring it down to 2% without causing a big event, like a big financial crisis event.
Yeah.
But I feel like what they're gonna do, especially since elections are coming up, like I feel like they're about to turn the printers back on temporarily just to look good, you know, like to not say like, oh, the market's not going down, it's going up temporarily.
So you think some more stimulus are coming or some sort of like that?
Yeah, just temporarily. I feel like there is going to be market upside, like short term, just because they about to try to like have our back, like try to help out the economy. But
the government.
But thing is, like even if they do print, you got to think about inflation is still very high, so it could help us temporarily. How it did like in 2022, 21, like everyone was pretty cool. Yeah. But I feel like that is about to be short-lived, and the market's about to go lower after that.
And then there comes the crash, and then after that, like what's after? Okay, let's say we do have the crash that you know, like the 100-year crash or whatever. What's after that? What was the other? You said what was the other 100-year cycle after the crash? You said there's like a roaring 20. Was that or no?
Oh, that's basically with it. That's what I'm calling like 2020, 2030, like 10-year projection of like the market going sideways, going down. I'm calling this the roaring 20 because I feel like we are about to hit a depression within the next 10 years. I'm not saying next year because first a recession will come, but it's about to get more severe to a depression where people will about to be losing their jobs. You know, just losing their homes, like foreclosing their homes. Like,
people that got all them high interest rates.
Yeah, people who borrow money.
Yeah, I did. That happened to me in 2008.
2008?
In 2008, bro, I had a house with my me and my ex-wife, and we ended up splitting up. I kept the house for a little bit, and then I couldn't keep up on the mortgage by myself. And then when 2008, when all the recession and everything, I just ended up giving it to the bank, and the bank ended up selling it to somebody else. So I know exactly what you mean.
And the thing is, 2008, like before the market did crash, there was so much hype.
There's so much hype, bro. I know exactly. Everybody was buying houses. Yeah. Everybody was like, oh, you can go get loans from anywhere. You can get loans from anywhere. It's because the rates were real low. Yeah. We got our house. And then, like a couple years later, we ended up losing it. Like in 2000, it was like right before. It was like I don't know how many years I lived there, but it was right when the market was going. Just like you said, it was like a cycle. The market was all hype. Everybody was happy. We got the house, and then I lost the house, and then look, I'm doing good again. I mean. Life is a roller coaster. I'm not doing it. This was like years and years ago. After that, I went to prison and up and down. Yeah. I've had so much roller coasters in my life, man.
No, and that's one thing about like market crashes. Like the most money is lost, but also the most money is made, depending on how you play. Because like when the market crash, let's say 2008, the market crashes. Imagine if you would have bought a home.
Yeah.
You know, like you know.
That's what I was getting at you after this. Okay, that's what I was saying. After this market crash, say like this horrible things that's gonna happen that we're thinking about. After that, we're gonna be able to make money again, right? Yeah. Because then there's gonna be another like you said, roaring 20. It'll be like the roaring 2020s. Yeah. You know what I mean? Then we can probably be able to buy some of these houses that people lost. And stuff like that, right?
Exactly. Like I said, like the most money is made during financial crisis, but also the most money is lost. That's why it's important making financial decisions, because like. Making financial decisions is real important. Like no one wants to lose their home. Everyone wants to like make money, profit on their investment, and like making financial decisions is real important, just so you don't get caught up on the wrong side. Like you want to be on the right side, taking advantage of the financial crisis, like buying these foreclosed homes and stuff like that.
And you're so smart, bro. When you talk to me, I'm like thinking like, how smart is this kid? How did you even like become like this smart, like about cryptocurrency? Like how did you did you just go all in that, or what? Do you study anything else, or do you like
no I got, mostly everything came from the market, because the markets like crypto stocks, it's kind of force you to learn economics. Okay. I gotta learn about like what the Feds are doing, if they're about to raise interest rates or inflation. Like I gotta study that, but ever since a kid, like even kids that I grew up in school, they always told me like my mind always been older than my age. Like in class, like 4th, 6th grade, like always like talked about different stuff, and teachers even they were confused too. Like, they even hired a counselor for me, like just to a therapist, just like get inside my mind.
Yeah.
But
you believe in all that stuff with the mind and stuff.
I'm a big believer in mind and energy and just being a good person, being humble, like treating everyone the same, like treating the richest man in the room the same way you treat the brokest man in the world, like just being humble, you know.
Yeah, I live that way too, man. When I first met you, as soon as I talked to you, I said, as soon as we had like a little, like that little conversation, I was like, I felt your vibe, man. I was like, I would love to have you on my podcast, man. And I was so glad you said you would, man. I really appreciate that. That's awesome.
No, I'm down. Like, even you doing what you're doing, like just getting the word out. Like, I feel like people need to know this because it's real important. I feel like the school system don't teach this enough. Like the school system, like college students, because I talk to a lot of college students and like they're the most disciplined people I know. Like, school's a discipline. Yeah. And like college is real discipline, and like it really hurts to see them like go to college, pull this word, and they got the homework, and they're just living life, like trying to survive, like you know, their apartment, the bills, and like it's so much. I feel like they shouldn't have to go through that for how much work they're putting through.
If you're a college kid right now and you're in college, like what do you recommend them doing? Like say they're in college and they got like $1,000 to spare. What do you think should just tell them your Discord so they can Discord so they can follow your Discord.
On my Discord, the links on my Facebook. My Facebook is Gerardo Cortes. The links right there. And my Discord, I got the whole thing broken down. Like,
I'm gonna put it on the bottom of the screen too. So make sure you say it. I'll make sure everything's on there and everything.
Yeah, my Discord is Cortes Trades, and when you join my Discord, like I say, it will be information overload. But just take your time, go through it, and like I got everything broken down: how to trade, analysis, market updates, Bitcoins, S&P 500. I do Forex, and like I got everything broken down, like how to deposit, how to withdraw, or what YouTube videos to watch that helped me learn how to trade, people to follow, influencers, and that's a big one too, because I give out the people who helped me, like the influencers, and like
they're on your Discord also.
Yeah, they got on my Discord. Like, I want to put everything that I learned that I wish I had starting off in my Discord for someone new to like grasp it and learn from it, you know, because I want everyone to learn, to know what I know, just so they could like make it in life, do good decisions, and have a good future.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I really that's really big, guys. Make sure I follow his Discord. Make sure you follow his Discord if you have any kind of like cryptocurrency or any kind of stock, like you want to learn anything about that. If you're a young kid right now in college and you're struggling and you're trying to pay the bills, just take a little bit of money, maybe some money that your grandma gave you. Your grandma gives you $500 for something. Wouldn't that be good? To like, could you start something like that with $500 or what?
I tell people like start off with low amount of money. Like,
500 is even too much, right?
Yeah, it's too much. Like I recommend like at least.
I just didn't know. I was throwing that number out just to throw it out.
And that's one things I wish I did learn too. Like starting off, if I just started off with low amount of money, because you don't want to throw $1,000 in the market and like you don't have a good grasp of what's going on, because you don't want to take huge losses. Like you really want to take a loss with just $100, so you only lose like a few bucks. But compared to 1,000, like you don't want to take huge loss while you start learning. But once you feel comfortable and once you start understanding and you get the confidence in yourself, that's when you can start putting more. Once you start seeing the progress, start becoming more consistent and profitable, that's when you can start adding more. But starting off, if you're new, start with at least $50 or $100, no more than that. Like if you can't double $100, you got no business trading with 500 or 1,000. Like first double your first 100, then see how it goes from there. Okay, so double your first 100, and then if you can't double that first 100, you might as well just not even go do it. Yeah. Don't add more money to it. Just first try to learn the concept. If you can't double that first 100, you need to study more. Basically, yeah, study more. You need to learn more. Yeah, learn. You need to follow your Discord. And thing in my Discord, like, I'll help everyone out. Like I said, bug me with questions, because the people who want to learn, they ask questions. Bug me with questions. I'll give the answers. Break it down one by one. I don't mind. Yeah. But people message you and you tell them you give them all the answers and stuff. Yeah, people message on my Discord like, oh, like what you post, like do I have this right? Like just for confirmation. And like I correct people. Like if people got like the wrong idea, I'll tell them like, oh no, this is how you do it. And after they'll be like, oh, okay, now they start to understand. But people are making progress. Like I got this one Discord member. He just joined my group just 2 months ago, and he be posting daily now. Not daily, but he be posting here and there,
Yeah,
and now
yeah.
he's starting to get the ideas, and since he understands it, now he's helping me out. Cause like I might not see something that he's seen,
Of
and like it just
course.
gives me like the
Yeah,
vision,
yeah.
like, oh, okay, like come on, let's jump in there.
Yeah, that's like in any business and any kind of thing. Once you have someone in it, they might see something that you don't see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the thing about my Discord. Like teamwork will make the dream work.
Yeah.
Like it's better having more than two eyes on the market. Like if someone sees like this type, I go, oh, they see like a good setup. Just because the main thing about like trading is just giving yourself an edge. Like having a technical setup where like you got like an 80% probability of playing out. And on my Discord, I got this channel called the Confluence channel. Like if everyone want to see like the before and after of the technical setups, to show it's not gambling, to show it's like all probabilities, check the Confluence channel, and that's where you'll see the probability. And the probability payout more often than not, like 80-90%, literally.
For real? That's
That's in my
awesome.
Discord got it's called Confluences. And right there I got the before and after of the technical setup.
I know. I gotta really get into that stuff. I looked at it, but then I was like, man, I felt overwhelmed when I looked at it because it's like you said, it's brain load, download, overload.
No, it's
So what? Okay, so say I get on there. How do I get on your Discord? Just like first thing, start looking at it, or how should I do it? Is that?
I'll get set up with like the apps, and like I got it all broken down how to deposit,
Yeah, no, I've
withdraw.
seen that. It's
Yeah, I'll
crazy.
get started with the apps, and after that, like if you want to learn the skill set, the main skill set you want to learn is the technical analysis, like drawing trend lines, understanding the indicators, the market cycles, and the next thing too was really important too, because I think I tell people too, kind of like fighting, like you know how they say like 80% is fighting, 20% mental.
Yeah, yeah.
And no, 80% mental, 20% fighting.
Yeah, it's the opposite.
And it's the same thing with the markets. The markets is like 80% mental and 20% technical. Like market psychology is real important. Like understanding like the emotions, and like that's one thing that's real important, is having emotional control. Cause people get like the markets, you'll get real emotional.
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Like, I think about, oh, I just
Like
made,
COVID hit, like that kind of stuff.
or even when you make wins or losses, like let's say you got a good trade, you just made a lot of money, you know, you get so emotional towards it, and like it's not good to be emotional. Like just I try to be emotionless and just stick to the tennis, just stick to the facts, and like acknowledge the emotions in the market, like the psychology of what everyone's thinking.
Basically stick to like what you're learning. Stick to what you're learning. Don't just, because some people might want to trade with their heart or something, right? Is that what you mean?
Yeah,
But like you're watching the trends, you're learning all this stuff. You don't have to use your heart. You can lose like your knowledge. Is that what you're saying?
It's like just use like your knowledge right there, and like understand the psychology too. So like if you see something real high and your technical shows it's resistance, like right there you should, like, and you see a lot of hype right there, you should just stay away or bet against the hype. And that's what I like doing. I like betting against like the psychology of the market. So if a lot of people are greedy, I'm gonna be fearful. If a lot of people are fearful, I'm gonna get greedy, and that's the psychology part about it.
Oh, so you kind of, okay, I understand. So you get into the whole mind game of it.
Yeah.
And not everyone does that.
Yeah, and that's where, like I said, like 80% like mental, and like you'll be surprised how many times I played it. I was like, even like when Bitcoin was real high, because right now Bitcoin is like 18, 20,000, and when Bitcoin was at 50,000, I was telling people, because my analysis shows about go back to at least 28K, and I was telling people like, oh, Bitcoin about to go 20K. They were like, no, how Bitcoin about to go 28K? It's against inflation. It's the hedge against inflation. But everybody was so greedy, and like if you was telling someone like the market about to go the other way, be like, no, it's not. And that was like the indicator, like a big indicator for me that the market is about to go down, because everybody's talking about it. Everybody thinks about it keep going higher. And I was like, and
you said that the Bitcoin was gonna go down to 20,000.
Yeah, I was saying that. I got posts too. Well, now on my Discord, because I just came out 2 months ago, but I got posts from my other groups. Some of my Discord members might understand too, because I posted in it. But I posted telling people like the market's about to go down, and like, I already seen it too, because like this year, because this could have been seen from last year if you knew like the economics, that inflation's super high, interest rates about to go up, and when interest rates go up, they suck money out the system, and when they take money out the system, it also sucks out of the markets.
Yeah. So then okay, so you put that on there a long time ago, but you really wasn't 100% sure at that time when you put that on there. Bitcoin was what?
It was
50,000, right?
yeah,
30,000.
like 50, 60,000. I knew it was about to go
You
down.
knew it was gonna go down.
Yeah, I
but,
knew it was about to go
yeah.
down. And like I said,
But
like,
it's still like a bold statement, though, right? You gotta be like,
I was confident with my analysis.
I know,
I was
because that's what I'm thinking. Like once you're confident with it, you don't even like you don't have to worry about what you say.
Yeah, I was confident with the analysis,
That's
but it
crazy.
did take some time. Like one thing, like I tell you, like not everything's about to go straight down and go
Yeah.
up. Like everything, like they call it waves. Like it's gonna be like there'll be one wave right here, it'll go up, down, up,
Yeah.
like just wave, and that's what I feel like the market's about to be in for the next 10 years. It's just a downtrend wave of low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low. Just a downtrend.
Yeah. It's not gonna go up to like 50,000 Bitcoin, all that.
Probably not anytime soon.
Yeah.
Probably in the future. Probably like in the future, because I do think Bitcoin is the future. I do believe in like the digital. I can't say the
Digital currency. And
yeah,
stuff.
digital currency and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And like Bitcoin too. Like one thing I want to acknowledge to like crypto, like people who are in crypto or even stocks too.
Mm-hmm.
But for crypto, Bitcoin is new. Bitcoin just came out after 2008 when the market crash, when banks like collapsed and everything like that.
Yeah.
Bitcoin came out after 2008, 2009. So Bitcoin's still like a premature baby in the markets. Like the stock market, the S&P 500 been around for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
But Bitcoin is still new. So and plus like Bitcoin needs regulation. Like cryptocurrency needs regulation. Kind of like how a bank. Like a bank has a FDIC insurance, so like something happens to your money, you got insurance.
Yeah.
But crypto, like someone could like steal your address or steal your money or hack your money, and then you don't got no insurance for that. And like to get big institutions to invest in Bitcoin, there has to be regulations because institutions, big money, they're not going to throw millions and millions into it, or like pension funds or 401ks. They're not about to invest in Bitcoin without some type of regulation because it's just not safe yet.
Yeah, that's why once they have that, it'll probably even grow even bigger.
Yeah.
Then it'll probably even get into 100,000.
Yeah, especially once pension funds invest, cause that's where the most of money. That's how the S&P 500 be growing. Cause like 401ks, pension funds, like every week, every month, like people are investing into it. Just normally out the paycheck, like out the paycheck, they put $50 in there. Where it's just weekly or bi-weekly. And like if crypto does get that, the long term is going to be growth. And I do believe Bitcoin is about to be. I can't put a price target long term because right now like we're in the bear market, but I do see Bitcoin going back higher long term. Like I do believe in like the fundamentals.
Yeah. Okay. There's another thing I wanted to ask you. Do you know anything about NFTs? I hear a lot about NFTs. Do you know anything about that? Or is that's like art and stuff?
Yeah, it's like art. It's like digital art. I never really got into it because like when I first started hearing about it, I said there was so much hype. I was like, I'm not about to do it. And like to buy an NFT, you got to use like
you got to use cryptocurrency.
Yeah,
right?
you got to use cryptocurrency.
Okay.
Like for example, like Ethereum. Like let's say an NFT costs 3 Ethereum. Ethereum like few months ago actually was at 4,000 per coin. Let's say NFT costs 3 ETH coins. They call it Ethereum ETH. So that would be 4,812. And let's say Ethereum goes down to $1,000.
Yeah.
Now like with them 3 ETH, you went from paying 12,000
to 3,000
to 3,000. and that's how I knew the NFT market was about to crash too. And like I wasn't really too much of a believer in NFTs. I kind of seen it as like they call it the graded food theory. Basically like another food, like which food is going to be the next food that's going to pay higher than what you did. Basically someone buys an NFT, they buy it for 100K. You know, they're looking to sell it for 200K. You know, who's going to be the next food who's going to pay more than 200K? And just some people consider Bitcoin to be the graded food theory too, because people were like, when Bitcoin was at 65,000, who's going to be the next food to buy it at 66? You know, it just goes, they call it the graded food theory.
Yeah, of course. But that's how stocks and crypto and all that, right? Who's the next person that's gonna buy it for this much?
Yeah, basically.
We want like when you buy into something, you want somebody to buy into a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit higher. That's why they call it the graded food theory. Yeah.
That's just the way it is. Even my cleaning company, I want someone to buy. Get my service and keep buying and keep buying and keep buying, and that's why that's how I think. Anyways, every business is like that, not just crypto and not just all that. So NFTs, you don't mess with NFTs at all. You've never bought none.
No, I bought an NFT.
You have?
I think I only put like 150, but now it's only worth like I ain't even checked it because.
So it's not worth. Yeah. So okay, so basically NFTs, the way you're saying it, it's kind of like the same way you learned about cryptocurrency. Remember you said when you learned about cryptocurrency that you had bought something and the price rose and you're like, what the heck? Well, the same thing can happen. You can buy an NFT, right? And then the price can go down and up and down. So like you said, it's a tricky thing. Because like say this is an NFT. Oh, I bought it for what is them things called?
Oh, Ethereum coin.
Ethereums. Them 3 Ethereums could cost me 15,000, and then they go down and it can be like $1,000 in one day. So then this NFT is lost.
I think like with NFT you also gotta find like a buyer that's willing to sell it. Cause like the NFT, like in my NFT, like right now, like I got it for auction. And it's been there for auction for a while, and nobody wants to buy it. Like there has to be interest for it too.
Oh, so and it's all digital. It's digital art, so it's not even nothing physical.
Yeah, ain't nothing physical, and that's one thing too. Like with digital, cause I kind of believe in like a black swan event happening, like. Cause that's why I try to be like diversified. Cause like you don't want to have all your money in crypto and something digital. Cause like what if one day the internet goes out?
Yeah.
And thinking like. I'm not trying to predict that, but like there's always the possibility that it could happen.
Yeah, of course.
And like you always want to be safe, like have some money in physical gold, cause like, let's say one day the U.S. dollar crashes or the internet goes off. You know, like what's the next thing you better have money in, like gold?
Yeah, how did if the internet goes all the way out, how are they gonna know how much money you have in your bank account too?
Yes, like, bank.
You better have some gold or something.
Yeah, you know how you might be access your crypto, or if the U.S. dollar goes down, like
dude, that shit would be crazy.
And thinking about gold, like gold has always since history always been that tradable asset. Like oh, you got food, here goes some gold. Oh, you got that, here goes some gold. Like gold will always be that financial like that financial like just asset, like physical asset that will never lose value because that shiny precious metal.
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. So we've been talking for a while. I don't want to do you have anything else you want to bring up or anything else like that you want to focus on, or just your Discord? Make sure you tell everybody your Discord. Was there anything that you wanted to ask me or anything that you wanted to bring up to me?
No, I think we got everything. I just want to give a message to my Discord members.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because right now the markets are down.
Yeah, give them a message, man.
And right now we're in Ethereum, and everyone knew that Ethereum. I shorted Ethereum at $1,700 to $2,000. I've been telling people, and this was a plan because like when I do trade, like I always have a plan set up. And I was telling people, oh, this is the plan. Right now, Ethereum, I can't wait for this relief bounce, make some money right here. But right now, I'm still watching that lower high idea, but I'm really excited to see it. I'm hoping everyone's making good progress, trading well, learning while earning, and I just can't wait for what the future holds for us. And I want everyone for one day to retire, to quit working at their job or whatever, you know, because the market truly does give you the freedom, financial literacy, and that's what life's really about. Life is not about going to a job, working 8 hours, 5 days a week. Like even if you're a doctor, lawyer, those are good jobs. Don't get me wrong, it's good passions, but I just don't believe that's what life is, working for the man. And I feel like in the market is the biggest business in the world. Like no job could pay you more than what the market's about to pay you. And at the end of the day, like cash is king, and like everyone needs money to feed our families. And that's the main goal. Like I don't got nothing against no other job. I don't care if you make more or less than me. I want everyone to have as much money as they can to feed their families, because at the end of the day, that's what matters the most. We're all trying to feed our families and better our future.
Yeah, man, you're an awesome ass dude, man. Thank you. Tell everybody where again say your Discord just so we can.
Yeah, my Discord is on my Facebook. My Facebook is Gerardo Cortes, Gerardo Cortes with the S at the end. And I got the link in my profile picture right there, and you could join right there. And like I said, once you join, bug me with questions. If you need any help, I'm always here. I'm always active on my Discord group. I'm always posting market updates, and my Discord, like I said, there's so much channels there. Like even my Discord, and one of my favorite channels too. There's a channel in my Discord called the Psychology Channel, and right there you learn about the psychology, like the mindset, and like I highly recommend everyone just read that channel right there, because you learn so much mentally. And it's just so much knowledge in my Discord. Like I said, I wanted to put the whole nine, everything that I learned over the past 2 years, everything there. Like it's just so much. And like I love my Discord. I wish I had someone like me when I was learning this, because it's just so much information. And I just love to see it. And like, I can't wait to see the growth, because right now we got over about 100 members already there, and I just can't wait to see the growth because I'm gonna start promoting it, advertising, and just
And I'm gonna help you. All this stuff is gonna be on my Facebook. I'm gonna promote it. I'm gonna try to advertise it. But I don't have that many people, but as many people as can everybody is gonna. I'm gonna try to get out information as much as I can about you and your Discord, because we can help out a lot of young kids, a lot of people, a lot of grown men like me.
And that's what it is about. Cause what I'm into, and like I try to be like PG, like where kids grown of ages from 5 to 60 could like listen to me, like understand me, look up to me, get into what I'm into, because this knowledge is for all ages. Like you don't got to be a certain age to do what I do. It's all about learning the skill set. And like I be telling people too, like to get outside of a job, like if you don't like working at a factory, learn the skill set that will get you out of the factory, that you could live on your own, you know, make money from your skill set. You're the boss. Like have a skill set that will get you outside of a job. That's
awesome. Thank you very much, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, man.
it so much.
Yeah.
And then, but this ain't the last one. We're gonna have some more podcasts.
Y'all want to do a follow up?
Yeah, we're gonna keep. This is not the last time I'm gonna have him on here. We're gonna keep doing it. Thank you guys very much. Thank you for watching Big Yogi's Garage, the podcast. We love you guys, and we'll see you guys next week.